again, there's a tornado warning for Joplin right now. Our Brian Goddard is live there.
And Brian, worst case scenario definitely applies here.
I'm having a difficult time hearing you guys, but the tornado warning was issued about 30 minutes ago for some minor rotation and a funnel cloud just to the north of Joplin. We are fine. The rain has now started just on time as we expected, right around 10 o'clock, but the gusty winds are still way off to the west of us where we could see 70-mile-per-hour winds, which would create some flying debris. There's a lot of debris around here, so we're going to have to take cover from that pretty soon. Ira Klusendorf, photojournalist, and myself have been here since 4 o'clock this morning, pretty much scouring this entire area, this 6-mile path of destruction. It is heartbreaking, and it has been very emotional as well. Right behind me, this building, a person died, a 34-year-old lady, a mother, a sister, a daughter, an emotional scene earlier today.
And I was one of the last people to ever talk to her. And I told her that I'd talk to her later. And that was, I didn't know that was ever going to be the last time because I thought she was leaving. I thought she'd be home.
We just brought this to have a little memorial for Cheryl. It's the right thing to do, and we just want to come up here and honor her life.
After talking, Maddie tried to collect herself. Then a woman from the crowd called out her family.
Yeah. She saved my family's life. She did. I know my parents would want to say. All my brothers and sisters and my mom and dad are alive. And I'm so sorry for your loss. That's her daughter right there. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm fortunate that my family is alive, but it's because she rushed him in. She called him in off the street, actually, and shoved him in the bathroom. So I can't imagine. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Your mom's a hero.
Absolutely. My family's alive because of her. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't have been.
It's just an unbelievable story. Not a dry eye in the area earlier today. Just very emotional, heart-tugging with that situation there. You may hear behind me the sirens have gone off again. That is for the funnel cloud north of the Joplin area, but the entire county under the warning area. The gusty winds, that 70-mile-per-hour wind that we were talking about, still off to the west. We have been here at ground zero pretty much all day long. This is where most of the deaths occurred. About a block behind me, Home Depot that collapsed, and then just about 2 blocks this way, a 3-story building, our apartment complex that collapsed as well. It has been a very heartfelt day. Something I will never forget, you guys, here in Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah, very powerful and sad pictures. Brian, we're going to let you take cover. Thank you very much.
But there is a chance for more bad weather tonight. Our Brian Goddard is live in Joplin with an update. Brian?
Yeah, you guys, we've been here all day. We got here late last night, but you couldn't see much. You could see that there was damage, but once we got here early this morning around 5 a.m. and that first light, you could just see the magnitude of the storm, now rated an F5. It took almost 3 years until our last F5, until we had the Alabama storms. Now it's been about 3.5 weeks. So a very rare storm moved through about 1/4 to 1/3 of this city and created a whole lot of devastation and a lot of sorrow. How you doing?
It's tough sometimes.
It's tough.
It's when you look at all this, yeah.
I've been doing this for years. You never get used to it.
That's right. Oh, that's right. And it just doesn't happen this often. I mean, I had heard that it was like the deadliest tornado in like 60 years in this country, and I believe it.
It's amazing looking around that it wasn't worse.
Yeah, just people who were able to get out or just were able to be safe. I hope they've got some good news about the number of people they were able to save. I think it was 17 as of last night.
We're standing in what was left of the Stained Glass Theater. They had just wrapped up a performance on Sunday evening around 5:30, moments before the tornado came. The audience got out. They were already driving home. But we're just a couple hundred yards away from St. John's Hospital, the parking lot where the cars were tossed around like toys, and one of those cars actually landed on what was the stage. As I mentioned, the audience was gone, the crew still here. Unfortunately, 2 died and 2 critically injured. That first gentleman you saw in the package was from Cedarburg. His name is Bill. He moved here in August from from the Cedarburg area to Joplin. You can see very emotional. Today was the first true cleanup day, because yesterday anywhere from 6 to 9 inches of rain, creating all kinds of havoc. You can see behind me, they're not wasting any time. Power poles are already going up around this region after a devastating storm just a few days ago. We are watching, however, more storms. And what do we do without our smartphones? We are tracking these tornadic storms now moving through Oklahoma City and the northern side of Oklahoma City as well. My sister lives in Midwest City, a suburb of Oklahoma City, and my parents live in Tulsa, so watching this very carefully. And I can tell you outside here in Joplin, it is humid, it is warm, and it is primed for more severe weather. If those storms in Oklahoma City hold together sometime after 10 o'clock here in southwestern Missouri and northeastern Oklahoma, it is going to be an interesting night, to say the least, in this part of the country.
Yeah, let's just pray not. Our hearts are just breaking for the people there. Brian, thank you very much.
Now, there is a nationwide effort to get money and manpower to.
The search for survivors continues. Storm Team forecaster Brian Goddard is the only Milwaukee TV journalist in Joplin. He joins us live. Brian.
Mike and Carol, this has been just a very emotional day. This is basically day one of cleanup because of yesterday's heavy rains, but you can see behind me, cars tossed around with those near 200-mile-per-hour winds, devastation everywhere. You have to watch every step because of nails, glass, you have hot wires down, the smell of gas still in the air. Cars, like I mentioned, just tossed around with those nearly 200-mile-per-hour winds. And on the other side of Rangeline Road here, this is basically their Moreland Road or 76th Street. These big box stores like Home Depot completely collapsed. The good news is the rain stopped today, so it was day one of cleanup and rescue. After heavy rains postponed search and rescue last night, they resumed today looking for a 73-year-old man that is still unaccounted for.
Yeah, I heard that a little bit, but that they couldn't find him, but I am sorry for them.
While search and rescue continues, Eban looks to see what is left, hoping to find anything that belongs to his two girls. But they know that their house has been...
Yeah, we have a 7-year-old girl that she knows already everything is gone, so she's kind of sad.
Bedroom, bathroom on the other side, and it's all gone. It doesn't even look anything like it used to look.
Stephanie is helping her stepson find anything salvageable and cannot believe what she saw.
It was horrible that it hit anywhere, but it was just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's all gone.
Nearly 120 dead, Stephanie is amazed that so many survived.
It doesn't look anything like it. It's absolutely, I mean, it's actually a miracle. It's a miracle that so many people did survive. When you look, you wouldn't expect it.
And you become numb to all the damage. Everywhere you look in this 6-mile path, damage everywhere. And this flower is a memorial from a 34-year-old woman who died in this strip mall. She was the one that died in the strip mall here. Her 17-year-old daughter brought the flower along with her father earlier this afternoon. A very emotional sight, and one of many that we have seen today. The damage devastating and the emotions extremely raw here in Joplin, Missouri. Back to you, Mike and Carol.
And it looks, Brian, like that devastation just goes on for as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, you get on top of a hill up here, Jake, and you have this panoramic view of around the region, and it's just damage upon damage. You turn a corner, you think it can't get any worse, and it does. This is as close to an F5 as you could possibly get.
Very sobering pictures.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you very much. Now, if you happen to be watching live,